From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Past the 20.
We got plenty of fight, baby.
And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Complete.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to bring big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore and
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cornelder, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the 31, Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
A first carry now for Kofani Muhammad. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Jackson. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Good bounce back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He'll find Lindsey here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Chiefs nothing.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Lindsey, the ball carrier.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And
so now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. From the gun, Jackson. Buying time to his left. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took it.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Complete.
Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, he's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
55 mark, guys, 55. Hey, 43, 15.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's complete to Kelsey. The 30, 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Tucker on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Operating from the gun. Jackson is going to float the... And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Chiefs 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe. It's too hot.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
Mahomes to throw once more. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Jackson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Philip Lindsay, the ball carrier. Marlon Humphrey on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 30-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes now to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Lindsey, the ball carrier.
A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Baltimore.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he powers his way up past the 30.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 31, Jackson steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Jackson down on third down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
And the Raven first down.
From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. That's taken in by Duvernay. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete to
Devin Duvernay with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. And Jackson throwing once more. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Chiefs 23. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the interception, here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Phillip Lindsey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield.
Jackson's pass.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
Now Jackson on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, That looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. This time Jackson will throw it, and that is incomplete. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And the ball is going to be going back to the Chiefs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense... Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
We got this.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call. In that situation, sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
The only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game. And the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets them apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And the lead is now 2.
Makes the score Chiefs 38, Ravens 36. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Chiefs 45, Ravens 36. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 27, and this one will be brought back to the 22. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. To throw is Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lindsey. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Phillip Lindsey His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chiefs 52, Ravens 36. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw again on second down. Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Goodwin able to haul it in. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. Forced out to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.